When you think about running a restaurant, it seems so romantic, right? A passion project. But let's be real, on the inside, it is one of the toughest jobs out there. It's organized chaos. So today, we're going to look at how tech is stepping in to try and bring some order to that chaos.
And this quote, man, it just hits the nail on the head. Think about it. Every part of a restaurant, from the kitchen to the servers to the folks delivering your produce, they all have to be in perfect sync. But it just takes one tiny mistake, one wrong order, one item you forgot to 86, and the whole beautiful symphony for that customer, it just completely falls apart.
So what are these out-of-sync pieces we're talking about? Well, it's all the little things that snowball into total chaos. You know the ones. Handwritten orders the kitchen can't possibly read, that moment of panic when you realize you're out of your best-selling dish, or just the constant guessing game of what you should be promoting and what you need to stock up on.
And this really shows the massive shift that's happening. The old way, it was all about memory and scribbled notes, right? A system that was practically begging for mistakes, which leads to wasted food and frustrated staff. But the new way, it's promising something totally different. A silent, digital conversation that keeps everyone, the team, and even the customer, on the exact same page.
Okay, so how in the world do you pull off this kind of harmony? Well, just like an orchestra, you need a conductor. You need one central brain that can see everything that's happening and make sure every single person is playing from the same sheet music.
And that conductor, in this case, is a system called DineAI. Now, this isn't just another app you download. Think of it more as the central nervous system for the restaurant. It's a single platform that connects everything, literally from the second a customer pulls up the menu on their phone to that order ticket zipping right over to the kitchen display.
And here's where things get really interesting. This is where DineAI just flips the script. You know how most software locks you into these crazy expensive monthly subscriptions? DineAI's whole philosophy is different. You see that big number? 0. That's right, 0 monthly subscription fees.
So how do they make money? Well, it's a true pay-as-you-go system. For every single order that's placed, one token is used. And that's it. Simple. This totally changes the relationship, doesn't it? The platform's success is literally tied to the restaurant's success. They only do well when the restaurant is busy and actually serving people.
Okay, so we get the business model, but how does this AI conductor actually fix those day-to-day headaches? Well, it all starts by rethinking the single most important tool a restaurant has, its menu.
Instead of your menu being just a static piece of paper, imagine it as a living, breathing thing. It's not just a list of food anymore. It's a dynamic sales and inventory tool that's always up to date because it's plugged directly into what's happening in the kitchen right now.
Okay, let's play this out. Picture this scenario. It happens all the time. The kitchen just served the very last plate of kanda bhajia. In the old way, a server who has no idea might take 3 more orders for it before someone finally tells them. Chaos, right? But with this system, one click from the kitchen and damn, the item is instantly marked out of stock on every single menu. Just like that, you've avoided 3 awkward conversations and 3 disappointed customers.
And that kind of seamless communication is the backbone of the entire order process. So it starts with you, the customer, scanning a QR code and ordering from your table. That order instantly pops up on the kitchen screen, no chance for someone to mishear you. Then, as the chef starts cooking, they tap to update the status, and you can actually track that progress on your phone. And behind the scenes, all of this data is being collected for the manager. It's all connected, it's silent, and it's dead-on accurate.
All right, that's the back of house, but let's flip this around and look at it from the perspective of the most important person in any restaurant, you, the diner. What does all this tech actually mean for your experience?
Well, the whole journey is designed to be ridiculously easy. And here's the magic word. There is no app to download. That's huge, right? We all hate downloading another app. You just scan a QR code and that's it. You're in. You can see special offers get applied right as you order, you can track your food's progress, and you can leave feedback all from your own phone. You're completely in control.
And honestly, that live order status page, it might be the most powerful part of this. For the customer, it totally changes the psychology of waiting. You know that feeling, right? Sitting there wondering, did they forget my order? That completely disappears. When you know what's going on, the wait just doesn't feel as long. The whole thing feels less stressful and way more relaxed.
But the real magic, the true power of a system like this, actually kicks in after the last plate is cleared. See, DineAI takes all of that raw data, every single order, every promotion, every customer comment, and it turns what would just be noise into actual usable business intelligence.
So you're not guessing anymore.
The analytics can show you, clear as day, what's a bestseller and what's just not. I mean, imagine finding out your veg pilau is only 5% of your sales. That's powerful. Now you can tighten up your inventory, stop wasting ingredients, and engineer a menu where every single item is pulling its weight.
And it's the same thing for your promotions. You run a monsoon magic special, but did it actually work? Did it bring in more money? The analytics will give you a straight answer, showing you the before and after revenue. It finally closes the loop so you're making marketing decisions based on real data, not just a hunch.
So when you step back and look at the whole picture, this entire approach is built on 4 key pillars. First, you've got operational efficiency, making everything run smoother. Second, financial control, giving the owner a real grip on the numbers. Third, a much better customer experience. And finally, turning all that daily grind into smart business intelligence that helps the restaurant actually grow.
And all of this brings us to one final big question. We've seen what this kind of tech can do for one restaurant, but think bigger. As dining keeps getting more digital and more competitive, isn't an AI conductor like this going to go from being a cool feature to being an absolute must-have just to survive? It's definitely someone to chew on.